Hello YouTube, V the Amazing Greek here. We're finishing up with our Essential Zombie Gear series. In this episode we'll talk about multi-tools. A multi-tool is very handy to have around. It has a variety of tools on it. Flathead screwdriver, very fine flathead screwdriver. This is typically most of what they have. A Phillips head screwdriver, a knife blade, a file. Some have saws, can opener, bottle opener, and a lot of them are able to snip through at least a little bit of wire. The original multi-tool was, of course, the Swiss Army knife. These are awesome. The blades are made with surgical steel. They're very, very good. This one I've had with me since I was 12. My uncle gave it to me. This isn't the biggest one they make. This is a very nice one though. It has two blades. It has a metal. This will cut through metal. I've done it before. This little file. It has a little metal cutter here, cutting saw, a fine file, coarse file. This one has, which I think is one of the most important tools to have on a multi-tool, the saw. This is a wood saw. That's awesome. It has the fish scaler with a little ruler on it. My saw is a little bit warped from use. It's got the scissors, which is nice to get on a multi-tool, but a lot of them don't seem to have that. Of course, then we've got the Phillips head, the magnifying glass, which is awesome. I've actually started fires with that. If you don't know how to start fire with focusing the lens, the light through the lens of a magnifying glass, that's fun stuff. You should learn to do that. You never know when you'll need it. You have a very fine tip screwdriver. Only problem is, being on this, if you have to get down to any kind of little hole more than right here, about 2 millimeters, it's not going to do anything. Can opener, bottle opener, big screwdriver. I think this is supposed to be used for stripping wire. Then of course your corkscrew. Sometimes you use that. Little chisel. This is good for doing woodwork. Another small screwdriver. And an awl. This is awesome. You can poke holes in leather, wood, make things. That's fun to have. And of course this little model has the tweezers on it and the toothpick. And yes, I still have them even after all these years. Best thing to have, even if I do carry another multi-tool, this is in my pocket. I love the Swiss Army knife. They're awesome. Surgical steel for the blade. They work very well. This is what you build upon. Now here's a cheap little one. This, I think you can get these at Walmart. It's like 10 bucks, maybe 15. This is like most. The pliers are on the inside, and to get to the tools, you have to open it up. This again has a fish scaler, file, cheap little crappy blade. Here's a thin screwdriver, but it bent when I used it. There's another screwdriver, your can opener here, and a pretty much worthless blade. I've sharpened it several times, but it's crappy metal. I don't even know if it's stainless. Probably is. It doesn't hold an edge worth of crap. The other side has a file, very small screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, a can opener. And then this one does have a wood file, a wood saw, so that's one of the only reasons really this one's been kept around. The blade, I should make another one and put it in here. These don't even lock in place, they just kind of pop in place. Then you fold it over, use the tool. It's alright, that's how most of them work. This one's a Sheffield, I believe. Yeah, I wouldn't waste my money on it. It's one of them deals that's like, oh, I don't have one, let me get one. I used it for a while at work. It's got a little, the cutters here are supposed to be able to cut wire. They're alright. It's cheap. It is what you get. This is probably the minimum of what you want to get. It's a Gerber. I don't know the particular model number. These are awesome because one-handed operation. You can, if you're holding something, you pop this out, then you got your pliers right there. And in being that the pliers do have to be deployed, it won't. If you have it in your pocket, like this, when you go to pull it out, it gets caught, you're fighting with it. Looks like you're playing with yourself, but your multi-tool's opened up. This one in your pocket, it won't open up till you open this. And then again, to get to your tools in there. This one has a decent blade. Once you get it sharp, it's very sharp. The only problem is this blade is not straight. It curves like this. So for anyone doesn't have a lot of sharpening experience, it's very, just on a straight stone, it's difficult to do. It's got a couple screwdrivers, can opener, small screwdriver, a fatter screwdriver, and a fine screwdriver. This one has a rough and coarse file. It's okay. At least these, the blades lock into position. You have to pull back on this to get the blades to release, so that is a nice little option. It's not going to fold up and cut your finger. It has a serrated blade, which I used to not be a big fan, but in this case, since it does not have a wood saw, this blade right here, you can cut much more vigorously than the flat blade and duplicate some of the sawing action, so it's alright. It's got a little lanyard thing that you can pop like this, and then if you don't have a sheath for it, or you want to have it attached to your belt while it's in your pocket so you don't lose it, that's what that's for. Lanyard ring. Phillips head, which is alright. It should be longer. I mean, they got plenty of space in here. I don't know why it's so frickin' short. And then, of course, your bottle can opener. You want to have a can opener also on your multi-tool, because when you're going around scavenging supplies or the supplies you have, you don't want to carry a P98. That's a military style can opener. It's real simple. It's the curved part that goes into the metal, and it's got a little piece that folds up, and it's real easy to use. I can use that quicker than I can use a can opener. But you want to have a can opener, this type of operation here, on whatever tool you're getting. Like I said, you want to be able to get into your cans and eat those peaches or whatever the heck you're trying to get. Also, this one has interchangeable blades for cutting, and these cut very good. I cut a lot of wire with them, and thin metal wiring, and they're great if they do chip or break. You have two other sides. Of course, this doesn't. Yeah, this uses a little Allen wrench you have to use to get it out. But a good tool. Gerber makes a very good tool. I like this a whole lot. It's got a centimeters and millimeters scale on one side, up to 80 millimeters or 8 centimeters, then has a 3-inch ruler on the other. My favorite one, the last one I got, this is a little pricey. This, I think they range the Gerbers anywhere from $30 to $70, $80, depends how fancy you want. Some of them have attachments in there where you can put jigsaw blades, and then you have the ability to saw metal, wood, whatever you're trying to do. This one is the Victorinox Swiss tool. It's like what Les Stroud carries on his ventures with him when he has a multi-tool. This one's awesome. One of the best things about this is you don't have to open it up. Say you want to use the pliers, you use the pliers. But while you're doing so, the tools are inside. This one, the tools, you pull it out, you want to use a knife blade, boom, it's on the outside. And again, it has locks. It's not going to fold up on you. It locks. Awesome. These are stainless surgical steel they use for the blades. This one has the serrated edge. It's very nice. An awl again, like I said, so you can make holes. A decent sized Phillips. Fine screwdriver. File. Coarse and fine. These are also good. The backs of these files with your fire starter, your striking device, makes a lot of sparks. There again, the wood saw. That's one of the things I look for in a multi-tool. Medium-sized screwdriver, can opening top. The big screwdriver. They say also a little prying bar, like you get into little boxes and stuff. It's thick and sturdy. It'll get into small boxes, crates, things like that. But I wouldn't damage it trying to get in the box. You probably have a crowbar or something. Then again, another big blade. And here we have a chisel type tool. And here, little wire stripping divots cut into here. You take them, put them around the wire, and then pull the insulation off if you're wiring something up. This is a very good tool. Runs about $80, $90. There was a reimbursement program when we got these for one job. That's the only reason I got it. Otherwise, I'd have stuck with the Gerber. I'm not big on spending a lot of money on things like this, but this is the shit right here, the Victorinox. That's the one to get if you got the money. If not, a downgrade, I would get the Gerber. Me personally, I do not like the Leatherman type tools. I know they were the first to come out, and they were good for what they were, but now it's just everybody's built upon their idea, and it's just a lot better tools out there than me. Like I said, I'd go Victorinox or Gerber. The Victorinox has a very good corduroy sheath, and it's set up. Is this one? No, this one's not. It has just the belt loop to carry this way. I've put an Alice clip on mine. That way I can put it on my LBE gear. Also, when I wear it on my regular clothes, I use the LBE because I can take it off via Alice clip. So that's a brief word on multi-tools. Hope you found it helpful. Gave you some ideas of what to look for when you get one. And thank you for watching.